What's up, Scorpio? And thank you guys so much for tuning in. So, guys, this is going to be your June love reading. And it's so funny because I always feel so connected to your sign. I don't know why I don't have Scorpio in my charts, but I'm like, how do I want to do this reading? Like, I had all the lights on. I'm like, no, too much light. And I turned one light on. I'm like, no, that's too little. And then I got a little spotlight. I'm like, Scorpios need a little spotlight. That's what it was. So let's get into this, guys. So this is going to be past, present, future look on what could be going on in your love lives. This will be for Sun, Moon, and Rising Scorpio signs. Okay. And I will do some separate advice at the end for singles and couples. Okay. What is going on for Scorpios in love? June 2018. What is going on with my lovely Scorpios? I actually just met a super amazing Scorpio, and it was insane because we had a girls' night at my house, and when she was telling me about herself, like, I was in awe. It was like I was listening to myself speak. So that's really cool, and people like that are hard to come by. What card is flipping here? Three of Wands in reverse. Maybe some of you are tired of waiting on something. All right, so let's see what's going on. Okay, so let's talk about this, guys. The energy that we have here is a Three of Swords, okay? Not always the best energy to have. You know, this could be something that you find disappointing, a heartbreak that you go through, but something that's necessary because it actually leads to a sense of going inwards towards yourself, discovering a lot about yourself, and being able to come across to this great new love. Okay, there's something here that ends, something that makes you guys resilient and where you have to stand your ground. And this is what you find. Okay, you find some happiness with the Nine of Cups here. So I feel like there's a tough situation you guys get out of, something that was a disappointment, but a door that closed in order for something else to open up. Okay, or maybe just an issue that you're getting through. So let's see how this plays out. Now, going into the past, the first card that you guys have here is the Ten of Cups. This is the ultimate card of happiness. You know, laughing outside, just seeing the kids running around, being just really immersed in what you're doing. But then we have the Star card in the reverse. So it could have been a situation where you were really, really happy, but then you lose faith in whatever it was that could have been providing that happiness for you guys. Three of Wands in the reverse. So this is a card that wanted to pop out. Something that is not expanding at this point. Something that you're no longer waiting on. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Something that you guys saw as potential longevity, but it didn't go that way. Okay. The next card that you guys have is the Queen of Swords in the reverse. So for some of you, you could have been dealing with an air sign energy taking this energy on. But this, I feel, is your reaction to what ended. You have this high wall up. Okay, it's hard to break down that wall. It's hard for people to get in. It's like, you know, if people try talking to you in regards of love or your significant other, whoever it is that you're into, it's like you're questioning them. You know, why are you here? What is your true intention? You know, I'm not stupid, so don't say things like that to me. You know, just having that energy of, what do you really want from me? Okay. Now, with the Queen of Swords in the reverse, you have to be careful here because, yes, this is somebody that's been scorned, but this is someone that can make life more difficult than what it needs to be. Okay, so maybe you guys put that super high wall up and you might have become a little bit petty, but just because you were so upset about how something may have turned out prior to that. Why is this Queen of Swords in the reverse here? We have the King of Cups in the reverse. Okay. For some of you, you could have a really high wall up. There could be, especially for singles, there could be a lot of, you know, potential lovers there, but no one that you're truly letting in. If this is you guys within a relationship, maybe you want to look outside of that relationship because you have that water energy showing up as the player that we have here. Or there could be something that was just providing a lot of emotional instability, but something here was definitely rejected. Something that left you guys worried. Whether you had to reject somebody because they were scheming or them rejecting you because of that. Okay. The thing is, I do see a reconciliation or a new relationship that comes in. but it's after dropping something that's unconventional. All right, why is this Queen of Swords in reverse here? Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So guys, you were definitely fed up with something. I feel like for some of you Scorpios, it was, you ended something and said, you know what, fuck it. I'm taking out my black book. I'm taking out every number that I blocked, when I started talking to you, and now I'm hitting everybody up. I'm going to see what's good because you fucked up. So that's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling that sort of energy. But at this point, there's someone here who's just fed up. They can't take it anymore. They could be stubborn. They could be petty. They could be adding a lot of fuel to the fire, but it's because they got really pissed off. And I tell people that all the time. Scorpios are amazing lovers, okay? I think when it comes to, sexuality and intimacy, Scorpio in my book is like top 3. But a lot of people don't understand the wrath of a Scorpio. And that shit is scary. And I wouldn't want to be on the bad end of a Scorpio. So I'm glad that we're cool, right, guys? So the last card that we have here is the Devil card in the reverse. So something really makes you put your guard up, but you remove yourself from a toxic situation for sure. And you have the Wheel of Fortune. All right? So whatever it was that you lost faith in or moved past, it was actually a really good thing. It was opening up an area in your life where you felt like, luck hit you. And you have the Six of Pentacles in the reverse. So there's this sense of imbalance. There's a sense of you guys wanting to find that balance, but there's something good that you're going towards. It's just there's information that came out about someone who was being fake and dishonest, whether it was you or someone that you were dealing with. Okay. The next card that we have is actually for the present moment. So we have the King of Pentacles. Some of you could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. But this is going to be somebody that's very reliable, someone that could be well off, somebody that, they're good with their money. They're very stable in the sense where they're going to call you and say, honey, have you eaten today? Is there anything that you need? Are the bills paid? And we have the Empress card in the reverse, which could be a delay in a start or letting something go. But you have the Ten of Pentacles. So I feel that you guys have something that's really good, that you're really building. But again, you're coming from this place here where you have this high wall up. So you're going to entertain it. You're going to see what's going on with it, but you're not necessarily going to jump into it, okay? And I keep telling you guys, with the energies that you've been having the past year or so with these readings, you guys have gotten so much tougher. Your resiliency has gotten so much tougher. So that's awesome, okay? The next card we have is the Moon card in the reverse. That sense of clarity, that aha moment, all secrets out, healing from things that could have, definitely hurt you in the past. And you have the Three of Cups. So you're happy. You feel like there's something worth celebrating that's in your life right now. And you have the Hierophant in the reverse. So maybe your happiness is coming from something unconventional. Maybe it's something that you didn't consider yourself in. Okay, so maybe this is someone who's not particularly your type. Okay, or maybe you're still feeling the fallout that you had to go through, but there's something really good there. So it's kind of like that catch-22. But whatever's there is not only getting you over any pain that you may have gone through, but it's bringing you a lot of balance in regards to the burden of who you stopped talking to or whatever it was that you dropped. Okay, you guys are still standing very strong here. Okay. The next card that you guys have is the Chariot in the reverse. This is going to be an energy that you guys know that you're not in control of. Okay, so let's see why this is here. Four of Cups in the reverse. Okay, an offer that's accepted here. And the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. So you're in a place where you're building something, but again, there's this sense of uncertainty and imbalance with something that you guys had to let go of. There's an offer that's accepted, but at the same time, you know that whatever you couldn't control, it was a waste of time and effort. And I feel that you're just coming to terms with that. You're accepting the fact that it was a waste of time and effort, but you're still building. And what's beautiful is that going into the future, there's this big change that happens. Now, with the Tower card, this is an inevitable card, okay? So you can try to avoid whatever Tower moment is coming in, but no matter what, the universe will catch up with you. So let's see what's going on with this Tower energy. We have the Five of Pentacles and the Two of Swords. Okay, so you guys are feeling good, okay, because you're in the upright here. So your emotions are, how do I want to say it? Your emotions are in a place where you feel like you can control them, where you're not letting certain situations get the best of you. You're not running into something without having all the facts on it. But there's a big change happening in your life. And I feel that it's something good that's coming in. But whatever it was you had to reject, or whoever it was that you had to let go, that's what has you torn. You have a big change, you have something that's good, but you're still torn about the thing that could have been a waste of time for you. Okay, you're healing, your emotions are definitely better, but it's like you're doing your best to move on from what didn't work. Okay, you're kind of at that standstill. You want to make sure that this new thing that may be coming in is going to work for you. We have the King of Wands. So for a lot of you, you could be going towards a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. All right, and we have the Six of Swords, which is moving away from something that's very painful for you. Something that's not easy to walk away from. Knight of Cups in the reverse. So with this, guys, for a lot of you, I feel like it's not even juggling when we have the Knight of Cups in the reverse, because this is that player card. Okay, I feel that this is the sort of situation where your mind could be in one place, but your heart could be in another. So I feel like if there is another person there, there's this fly that keeps coming around. But if there is another person that's there, it's like the third party is a ghost. The energy is there. And it would feel like there's a third person there, but I feel like for some of you, they're not actually going to be there. They're not actually going to be present. Okay, but you guys feel debilitated by something that you had to let go of and move away from. Okay, now as the last card here, we have the Ace of Cups in the reverse. All right, the Magician. Let's get one more card. And the Eight of Swords. You guys are still so stuck and burdened by what you let go of that you're ignoring something in front of you that you have the full capacity and ability to manifest. This new thing coming in is totally within your power. It's like there's someone that's literally just sitting there and waiting on you to say, okay, when can we start this? When can we do this? They're waiting on your okay to be able to do this. But you're still burdened and worried, okay, and anxious and in your head about things that may not have worked out. And it doesn't even have to be, anxiety or worry over a person that you left. Maybe this is something that you're just dealing with in yourself. Maybe you doubt the validity of who may want to come into your life, or whatever person that you're dealing with here. Okay, I'm going to pull one more card here. Let's see what's going on. You have the Hermit card. So yeah, you guys are really in your head. Okay, there's something here worth working on, but you're conflicted about something that you ended. Now, with this World card here, there's a chapter of your life that has officially ended, but you're still in your head about it. You're still battling it. Guys, this new path resonates with your soul. That's something that's going to be very good for you, that there's no bullshit, there's no drama here. Don't give your past the power to rob you of your present and future happiness, because I feel like that can be what's happening for some of you. All right. When things go wrong in the past or just in our lives, it's to show us what we don't necessarily want and to deter us from going down that path again. So definitely give the future a chance. So singles, let's look at the advice and let's see what direction that's going to take. It's so funny, guys, because when I started your reading, it was pouring outside, and now it's calm. Okay? The storm's over. All right, single Scorpios. All right, guys. So I feel like that's just a Scorpio thing where it's like so much has been fucking up in the past. And like I said, just with doing your readings like this past year or so, I've seen the progression. And I tell you guys all the time that I'm proud of the crappy circumstances that you guys have gotten yourself out of. But you're still in that place where you really want to be careful. And I don't blame you. You know, someone can only take so much heartache. But you guys are in a place where I feel like there's something that's presented to you. But after everything that you've gone through, you're like, you know what? I finally got to a place where I'm self sufficient. I'm doing what I need to do. I'm building myself in the areas that I needed to build myself in. And this is good. And I need to be sure that I want to move forward with you because I've built so much and it wasn't easy getting here. Okay, so before I take this step, I need to make sure that I'm thinking with my mind and not my heart because it was my heart that fucked me up before. But you guys have something good here. It's showing that whatever it is that's being presented to you, you're going to have victory. Now you just have to trust. All right? You guys have been through enough in the past few years to be able to pick up on what's not going to be good for you. If you have anyone that has a sort of energy that reminds you of someone from the past or something that you dealt with that wasn't good in the past, that's how you know to drop it. But if this is a completely new energy, you have to give it a chance. You have to open up. But I say it's a go because, it's telling you Nine of Swords in the reverse as your energy. You don't have to worry anymore. Okay? Go for it, guys. They want to love you. And let me even go deeper into this. So, not worrying with the Nine of Swords in the reverse. 10 of Wands. Release the burden. Okay? Unpack. 9 of Cups in the reverse. That unhappiness that you had, let it go. Release the burden of the unhappiness. You guys found something good. 2 of Cups. This could be a soulmate coming in. All right, so give them a chance for sure, guys. All right, so Scorpio couples. Let's see what's going on with you guys. What's up, Swayze? He's just like sitting in the chair next to me and just staring at me. All right, couple Scorpios. Okay. So, guys, for you, there could have been a lot of reckless stuff that you went through. Like I said, the past was crazy for y'all. I know that there's a lot of heartache, trials, and tribulations that, the Scorpio energy was dealing with. All right? Where now, because of all that recklessness, you're at a standstill. How do I move forward? With this King of Swords, yes, some of you may have air signs around, but I feel like that's kind of the energy that you guys have where it's like you have this guard up. All right? You've been through so much, you're tired. But all I see here, guys, is something that is very passionate. It's something where there can be a lot of love and a lot of happiness, but you guys have to allow for it to happen. You have to trust that something's going to be good for you. We have the Four of Wands in reverse where, you're coming from a place of instability or there could have been a sense of transition that you may not have felt comfortable with. But with the Nine of Cups and the High Priestess, you know in your heart that this is something good. Okay, you know that this is something that has the potential to make you happy. Now, something that my mom told me a while ago that I feel is so important that I'm going to share with you guys. I remember, like, just when I started my relationship, I would say certain things like, oh, I hope he's not doing this, or I hope he's not doing that. And my mother, she said straight up, she goes, he's doing whatever you feel he's going to be doing. She goes, if you call it out, if you put it in the atmosphere, that's what's going to happen. Okay, so sometimes we kind of put people in that position. So think about it. If you're saying, oh, I think she's cheating, or oh, I think he's cheating, and we keep talking about that, and we keep, suspecting our partner of things, and we want to look through their phone. When you put someone on that, it kind of pushes them right into their arms. When I was younger, and I would go through, those kitty love sort of relationships. I remember, like, anytime. This was before my maturity kicked in. But anytime, I'd be with a guy and I'd hear that he was interested in another girl, I did the stupid thing, which was contact the other girl. When you do things like that, you give them power. But not only are you giving them power because now they know that you may feel threatened by them, but you also give them motive. Okay, you're planting that seed in their head like, maybe I would look good with her boyfriend, or maybe I would look good with his girlfriend. Don't plant seeds for nobody. If you feel like there's something happening, just kind of keep it quiet, keep it to yourself, but don't put it out there in the atmosphere, because if we keep thinking that someone's going to do something, like I always say, the universe is extremely powerful, and the universe does everything that it can to please your desires, to please what it is that you're not so much your desires, but whatever it is that you're focusing on. Okay, so if you're focusing on, oh, my partner's doing this, my partner's doing this, my partner's doing this, the universe is like, oh, you want your partner to do that? Okay. So just make sure that you're not the person who's setting yourself up, okay? And that's like, anytime I do a personal reading for someone and it shows in the future that their partner could do something that's a bit shady, I tell them, be very careful with this reading. I don't want you to treat them as though they've already done something, because that in itself can push them to do something. All right, so just treat a person the way that you want to be treated and let your guard down. You guys have something good here, and I understand your hesitancy and worrying about if this is going to be good or not, but I see this as a very, very good thing for you guys, okay? So Scorpio, let this happen. This is good. All right, work through your insecurities, work through whatever wasn't working for you. Yeah, but try not to put too much pressure on a person and thinking that they're automatically going to hurt you when they haven't necessarily shown you that yet, okay? I love you guys. If you guys would like a personal reading, just go ahead into the description of this video and you'll see everything there. All right, take care, guys.